My opinion of the Spider-Man line is that all the figures aren't that good. There are a couple of good ones, and it's mostly with the villains. The villains are really good because they fit in scale with the 3 3/4 inch Marvel Universe figures. But we have a problem, and that's some of them don't turn out good, and this is one of them. Doc Ock. Now, we're going to cover the packaging first. The packaging is pretty standard. Spider-Man, the back we have a picture of the prototype. Because this looks nothing like it. It looks like he has elbows here. Elbows here. The harness is done different. The arms are done different. They're painted different. Exact same bio. Mass Attack Doc Ock. Other figures, which why don't you just give them the names? That's one thing I never understood. Just didn't make sense. So packaging is standard. And in case you didn't know, he's a villain. Wow, I didn't know that. Comes with the stupid cards, which form a puzzle on the back. This game is not that good, and this thing will last a month at max, and it's pretty dead already, so just toss it aside. And card holders. Okay, let's get into the figure. Now, there's another figure out there of Doc Ock with orange arms, which I don't have. So, since Doc Ock doesn't have orange arms, this is the only way to get him in the 3 3/4 inch scale. But this figure is just not that good. Let me explain why. Number 1. Doc Ock is famous for his arms, and this is what really makes me mad. They're non-posable. They should have had I seriously thought they would have a wire in them, but they don't. They're just pieces of plastic, and they're a pain in the butt to get in here. This one goes in okay. This one's a real hassle. The harness is admittedly done well, but why did they go with this instead of the prototype circles? In fact, why do you use the prototype pictures? Why don't you just use the figure? Exactly. So, the harness is pretty letdownable. It is very let down. And it looks okay, I'll give it that, but I would have preferred the circle. But with what we got, it is pretty detailed. Well, I will admit. This back area here is detailed okay. Could have used more paint. The arms are just crap. I'm sorry, there's no getting around it. The arms are just crap. But, yeah, I just hate these arms. They should have had a wire. It's so cheap to do a wire. The head is on a ball joint, which is a pretty nice moving ball joint. And I have to admit, I like the head sculpt. It's very nice. The arms have pretty decent articulation. They go 360, but the arms get in the way. And then they go up, which, all the way. But, again, the arms get in the way. Bicep swivel, and that's it. He doesn't have an elbow. Not even a wrist, and he could have used it, but he does have grippy hands and pockets on the gloves, which is a pretty nice detail, I will admit. Nice green paint on the belt, which I gotta admit, the belt is detailed pretty well. Just some lining, panel lining, but the green paint really does bring it out, so admittedly, it is pretty nice. The orange paint on my leg, well, the leg of my figure, is kind of banged up, so yeah, faults on that. Legs go up and back that far. No outward movement, which is really weird. Usually we get that. He does feature a knee, and the weirdest bit of articulation I've ever seen. He rotates at the knee. Now, the Superposable Spider-Man did that. He does feature swivels and a tilt, which is a little loose, but it's still pretty strong to hold himself. Now, this figure is very back heavy because of these arms, so standing him is a... Okay, that was weird. But standing him is usually a problem. So, try and get yourself a figure stand. He doesn't include one. So, yeah. He fits pretty well in scale with Spidey, I guess. Doc Ock has always been portrayed as a shorter character than him. So, yeah. So, scaling is pretty nice. Now, when I reviewed this figure, I said there are no differences between this and the Marvel Universe one. There are a lot of differences. This is an entirely new mold, so I was wrong, and I do apologize. Rhino fits very well in scale with him. So yeah. And no, I have not removed the plastic bands on him. It's the only thing keeping his armor on, and it does make him look cool. So yeah, Doc Ock is an okay figure, but it's just the arms are a really big letdown. They really could have done better, but they didn't. So, can I recommend this thing? Yes and no. I could really only honestly recommend it to diehard Spider-Man fans, or people who have been waiting to get a Doc Ock in a 3/3 inch scale. Now, I can also highly recommend this to customizers. Pick it up for under $10. You can make your own arms and do some cool customizing, so you can do that, and the figure would look a whole lot better. I mean, it's just the arms is the big issue. And I am tempted to do a little customizing and customize mine with some new arms. So, the figure is not bad. It's just the arms that really make this figure flat out bad. And I do recommend it to those guys. But if you're a casual hero fan who wants an okay figure that's really worth the money, don't pick this guy up. Pick up Rhino, Spider-Man, pick up something else, but customizers and diehard Spider-Man fans, I can recommend this figure. I am a Spider-Man fan, and I had to pick this figure up because I can't find him at my local stores. This was the only one I could find, and I figured, maybe it's not that bad. And it was just really disappointing when the arms weren't posable. So yeah, you know, if you got leftover money, I guess you could pick them up, but honestly, not a recommendable figure unless you're customizers, diehard Spider-Man fans, or, like I am, been waiting for a 3/3 inch Doc Ock, which admittedly I have been waiting for because I want to have some Spider-Man battles between these guys, but the articulation is just not there for those kind of battles, and yeah, so hope you guys enjoyed this review. Tell me what you think of the figure in the comments, like the video, subscribe to my channel, and check out that cool Facebook page I made called Video Central. And I'll see you guys later. Adios. Link in the description.